Yo, what's good, tribe? Just tuning in, you know what I'm saying? Today, what? Thursday, 10:26, about 87 degrees right now. Yeah, just today, you know what I'm saying, been pretty much a sunny day so far. I ain't been experiencing no rain like the past 3 days. Would like to receive a lot more wind picking up, you know what I'm saying, keeping everybody cool, because like being out there in that sun, man, you know what I'm saying, that sweat start coming down real fast, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, just out here another day, you know what I'm saying, in the life of a pest technician, you feel me? But nah, you know, and I ain't nothing like that, man. Just on here, man, hollering at the tribe, you know what I'm saying? Just trying to stay consistent, man. You know, just had to take a look, you know what I'm saying, downtime, kind of just focus on myself a little more, try to heal from certain injuries, things of that nature. Just taking it one day at a time. I'm gonna try to take more time to allow Spirit just to kind of talk and flow through me on these videos, because I don't really give you like a full pack of detailed information, but you know, sometimes, a lot of times it be just here, you know what I'm saying, like sprinkles of it here and there. But trust me, I can get heavy with the science, and you know what I'm saying, I can present it real eloquent and present a nice, you know what I'm saying, presentation, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, a lot of people don't know, man. I used to like back in my Hebrew Israelite days, man, you know, we used to do like blog talks and stuff like that. And I used to be on there, man, you know what I'm saying, debating pastors and other Bible thumpers who thought they, you know what I'm saying, they could fuck with me on that, you know what I'm saying. I was a beast, you know what I'm saying, when it came to that, because you know what I'm saying, we had an academy and everything that we go through, but we get like thorough, detailed information, going deep into the scriptures, learning how to, you know what I'm saying, use precepts to give you the understanding what a particular scripture is referring to, along with the strong concordance. Man, you know what I'm saying, we had like a book about this thick, about this thick, full of lessons, man. And a lot of times we can go back to those lessons and, you know what I'm saying, like create our own lesson plan of like with nothing but scriptures on now. And you know what I'm saying, just going into certain topics, certain subjects. And I used to be on Blog Talk, man, just debating like shit. I'm gonna be real with you. It was like one debate where I was I had messed around and drunk a little something, you know what I'm saying, some alcohol or whatever, and try to call myself, you know what I'm saying, like showing up for the debate when I should have just, you know what I'm saying, just been like, you know what I'm saying, I'll just do that another day or whatever. So going into that debate, man, it was just a normal Bible thumper person, you know what I'm saying, that kind of knew the scriptures, you know what I'm saying. But then this really know the scriptures just was basically going out for emotion and putting his own understanding to it. And man, I was kind of like going through the scriptures, and I was kind of getting froze, like kind of like cloudy minded, because you know what I'm saying, I wasn't as sharp as I would be, being sober minded. So that was just a lesson that I had to learn. You know what I'm saying? Like anytime, you know what I'm saying, like you trying to go into the word or whatever, you know what I'm saying, you can't be, you know what I'm saying, like that them two don't mix, you know what I'm saying? Just put it like that. So yeah, man, I had to, you know what I'm saying, it was kind of like drummed up as a loss, because, you know what I'm saying, I didn't necessarily want to explain to my brothers that was hosting the show that, you know what I'm saying, that I had, you know what I'm saying, I was drinking a little alcohol, a little wine, or whatever the case was, before I got on there. So, you know what I'm saying, I just was like, shit, you know what I'm saying, I don't know what happened, man. I just was, you know what I'm saying, I'm just not, you know what I'm saying, feeling it today or whatever. So, but yeah, man, those was the good days, man. You know what I'm saying? I was like, you know what I'm saying, like built up in the word and everything, man. I was just, you know what I'm saying, like a soldier with it, man. Going out there, putting lessons together, man, you know what I'm saying, on the computer, matching the precepts, you know what I'm saying, and everything up. And I just go out, you know what I'm saying, like anywhere, like out in the park, places like that, parking lot, just passing out, you know what I'm saying, passing out lessons, man, you know what I'm saying, like I would go to like probably Office Depot, somewhere like that, get a whole bunch of copies of the one copy that I printed out, you know what I'm saying, just go and pass them out, man, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying, I was for real, you know what I'm saying, them days, man. And yeah, I remember like when I was down in Houston, man, doing some work with the brothers down in Texas and everything. You know what I'm saying? We had we first thing we did, we hit the streets or whatever. We did some street teaching. We was going into the slave ships and everything like that, showing the real image of Christ. Just any question a person had, you know what I'm saying, we'll go into the scriptures, give them understanding, you know what I'm saying. And then, like, after we had left from there, we went to the shelter. I think it was like a homeless shelter or something. And we was going there, and we was in there ministering, man, just like having like Bible study and going into the Word, man. You know what I'm saying, ministering to the people in the, you know what I'm saying, in the shelter and everything. And it was, you know what I'm saying, it was a great experience, man. Just being a part of something that showed you unity, you know what I'm saying? Like, we were really unified, you know what I'm saying, as a body. And then, I had my experiences like assisting in baptisms, especially back in the Passover, back in 2012, when we had like the big Passover out there in Georgia. Yeah, that was like actually my first time baptizing someone myself, but usually I would be like somewhere off to the side, helping dump people into the water, or I will assist like the women down into the pool and everything, down into the river area or whatever. It was a good experience, man. We had a body down in Alabama, man. Well, I was trying to like put together a body down in Alabama, but the thing was that the dude that I had ran into that was a part of the same church, he was, you know what I'm saying, he was like kind of like on the bullshit tip, and you know what I'm saying, I was kind of like trying to like rely on him to like help me find, you know, the right spot and everything to like do the baptisms and everything like that. And then like one day I remember coming in, you know what I'm saying, because he had his own little shop, or I guess he had like his own little clients, but he had his own little spot or whatever where he did hair and shit, man. And I came in there one day, and shit, he was in there talking to a dude. I think the dude was like, I think he was into either more science. It was something he was into, cause he was like, he had the book about Adolf Hitler and what his true mission was, and who he was trying to, you know what I'm saying, eliminate and everything like that. And ever since then, man, I just stopped, you know what I'm saying, dealing with him, started talking to him. I haven't seen, I kind of lost contact with him, but it was another brother that I was ran into also that did the beats and everything, because, you know, I was on the music tip as well, doing my thing with that. And I lost contact with both of them, man, once I had moved to Florida and everything. So, but I also know a brother down here in Florida as well, you know. That's the brother that you probably see me in one of the videos where I was doing the reading and he was kind of going into the lessons, breaking down scripture or whatever like that. So yeah, it was a beautiful experience to have that, you know what I'm saying, that experience underneath my belt and everything. But yeah. That's just a little background on me and my ministry and my situation that you know, how I came into the truth, and then I started to grow, you know what I'm saying, beyond that. Like right after that, I started coming into the metaphysical teachings. One of the first teachers I came, I first started listening to was Dr. Deborah Blair. He was one of the first teachers I came in contact with his videos, and I studied all his videos. I watched all of them just as much as I could, or as much as that would pop up in my algorithm or whatever. And then, like, one of the other teachers that I started learning from was Dr. Sabi. You know what I'm saying? He was like a real legend when it came to like the health, like the herbs and everything like that. And he was known for like healing people with the herbs and everything like that. He was another one that I studied a lot of his videos too. And then right after him, I started learning from C.L. Freeman. He was the one that Bobby Hemmett was sitting at the feet of, learning, you know, receiving information from him. But some other people say that Bobby Hemmett actually learned from Dr. Malachi New York, which I didn't know, you know what I'm saying, that he did learn from him. But I do remember seeing Bobby Hemmett at C.L. Freeman lectures, and he used to like talk about Bobby Hemmett, and even Bobby Hemmett even mentioned about C.L. Freeman, some of his lectures and teachings and stuff like that. I learned a little. I used to watch a little bit of Dr. Phil Valentine, and he was a lot different back then than how he is now. You know what I'm saying? He was a lot more aggressive and you know, like straight to the point. You know, didn't make no excuses. Just, you know, he was militant. You know what I'm saying? And who else did I learn from? And then it was a lot of different people that I learned, but then was like a handful of the first teachers that I ran into. And, you know what I'm saying, at that time, I really wanted to, like, you know, fly out there to New York and meet them, man. You know what I'm saying? Like attend one of the lectures or whatever like that. But, you know, at the time, you know, I wasn't making you know what I'm saying, I didn't have a good job where I was making enough money to save up to move around like that, man. And, you know, like, back where I'm from, you know, there's a lot of poverty, man. You know what I'm saying? The jobs, they wasn't paying a whole lot. They was paying, like, minimum wage, which was, like, considered, like, $7, starting at $7 and on up. But that would, as you know, that's not even enough to raise a family out for, you feel me? Like, but, you know, now we're in the times where, you know what I'm saying, like, we're starting to move past those stages, and we're in the information stage now where knowledge is prevalent. You know what I'm saying? You can find it anywhere. There's no excuse. And then you got AI on the scene that's pumping out information. Anything you ask it, it'll pretty much, you know what I'm saying, give you the rundown. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's a lot different now than back then, man. You know what I'm saying? Back then, you know, they had tapes and stuff like that in the early, you know what I'm saying, I would say probably like the early 2000s, or, like, you know what I'm saying, on up. But I didn't necessarily run into the conscious community, like metaphysical, you know, like Sonetta and other metaphysical, like, teachers and stuff like that, to about 2000. I would say between 2012, 14, 2012, I was, you know, kind of like dipping my foot in a little bit, everything. But then, like, 2000, you know, like, different things. But, like, in 2014 was when I really started coming to the understanding of more science. And I just started, you know what I'm saying, like, sticking with that, you know what I'm saying. But I was learning other, you know what I'm saying, like, things, like, as far as, like, metaphysics, esoteric knowledge, stuff like that. And I just been at it ever since then, man. Like, I would say I've been in this truth, man. I've been conscious for, like, ever since 2010, back when Obama, you know what I'm saying, was first in office and shit. You know what I'm saying? Something was pushing me, you know what I'm saying, to want to be a better man, a better person. And, you know, I had thought about joining, you know what I'm saying, like, becoming a Mason and everything. And I had some brothers that was on my job that used to wear they little dog tag with the Masonic, you know what I'm saying, compass and square on there. And you know, I used to ask them about it, man. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I wanted to do better, man. You know what I'm saying? The jobs and shit. I felt like I would receive better opportunities being involved with something like that. So, I never actually went through the process. What happened was, I had, you know what I'm saying, like, they really wouldn't tell you nothing about it. You had to, like, kind of come to see what it was about. But I went home that night and I did my research on it, and I ran into, like, some videos of one of the guys explaining, going into, like, the Masonic secrets and stuff like that. And then, you know what I'm saying, like, it was so many videos on that, man. You know what I'm saying? I just started watching a whole lot of them. And, like, I would say probably after that, man, I noticed, like, man, like, my senses, they started, you know what I'm saying, it was kind of like out of whack. Like, as if I had opened up Pandora's box, man, and I couldn't close it back up. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I started experiencing a lot of paranormal things. Just hearing voices and things of that nature. And it was like the urge was so strong, bro. It was like I was afraid to be, you know, you know, I almost came, like, got to the point where I almost, you know what I'm saying, was like damn near about to hurt myself, like physically, because it was just so much, you know what I'm saying, like anger, you know, like so much hate, you know what I'm saying, for myself, you know what I'm saying, and shit, I had to get through that, man. Like I had to, you know what I'm saying, go through the phases of that. Just opening your third eye, not really knowing or understanding what it is you really dealing with, or how to even, you know what I'm saying, get past that. And shit, I got through it, you know what I'm saying, and that's when I had came into the, you know what I'm saying, the Hebrew Israelite teachings back in 2010, because I was trying to figure out, like, what the fuck, you know what I'm saying, like, why do people hate us so much? And like, why, you know what I'm saying, why are we going through what we going through? And that's when I came into the video of street teaching by Elder Ricard from the GOCC. I can't remember. I think it was one of the videos about it was something about who we are according to the Bible. It was something, but you know what I'm saying. That's what drew me in. I had got, you know what I'm saying. That's how I got hooked. And shit, you know what I'm saying. I was in that Bible heavy. I was already like into the Bible, reading stories and stuff like that before I even came across that. My first chapter I read was, I think it was like Kings 1 and 2, where it was going into the story of David and Saul. And I was just intrigued by the story, man. Like, you know, just trying to understand the Bible more. And even with the story of, I think it was the story of Abraham, when his whole, you know what I'm saying, his whole little trauma about him, you know what I'm saying, going into Egypt and lying to the Pharaoh, this, that, and the third. And then after that, being blessed. His name was Abram at first, and then after he got blessed, his name was changed to Abraham. But you know, by the name Ham being added on the end, and then we know in the Bible Ham is so-called is it the northern tribes in Africa, like Libya, Egypt, you know, places like that, Egypt, areas like that, in the northern part. But yeah, anyways, yeah. I forgot my train of thought what I was talking about, but anyways, man, that was just a brief little story of my experience and where it got me today, where I'm at now at this point. I just want to jump on here, you know what I'm saying, and just give you a little story time. But yeah. Don't really have too much else other to say. I just, you know what I'm saying, trying to keep that content going, keep it coming. And, you know what I'm saying, if you like my videos, man, like, share, subscribe. Check my website out. Please support my website, Mu Ascensions, MUASCENSIONS.com. I got a lot of good shit on there, man. Got books and stuff like that as well. Just check me out, man. Please support, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to do something big. You know what I'm saying? Trying to take this further. You know what I'm saying? But it's like I need the people. I need the help, man. I need the finances to get me going. You know, but Yeah. It's Akashi Trips signing out, saying out of here. We out of here. Peace.